Alright, you guys, so we are going to start with our sketch for our emblem or symbol that represent you. So this could be anything that will show me who you are, right, as a student. It could be something that you're interested in, something that if you were a superhero, or if you were the lord or lady of your own house, what symbol will represent you. So we're doing an emblem or a symbol / logo to show who you are. So I'm a big gardener, so I'm going to do something that got to do with gardening along with art. So I'm just going to do a sketch and then we're going to go from there. Now, in your sketch, you want to make sure that it's simple enough that when we're cutting it out, because we're going to be using foam, you want to make sure that you can cut it out and make something that is not too complex. And so this is my little sketch, and I am going to put this on foam so you guys can see what it looks like. Now, if you notice, I want most of my piece to be intact, and if I do have negative space, that's the space in between, that I can easily cut it out. So we're going to learn about negative and positive space. This is one of our elements of art. So this right here is going to be a solid space. I got to think about what is going to be colored in and what's going to be cut out, right? So I can save that for a little bit later. I'm going to have 2 hands and a little plant that's going to have a paintbrush. So that's going to be my little symbol. Once I have my sketch, I'm going to go and take foam and draw it on there. Now this is the foam piece I'm using. It is one of those sticky foam. So this is the back, which is just a peelable piece. So we're going to be drawing on the back. The front can be any color you want. It doesn't matter because we're going to ink it. So all we're going to do is we're going to simplify our sketch onto this because you're also going to need to cut it out. So I am just going to make it even simpler than this one. Sketch it out the same way, because we're going to be cutting it out. So during my final phase, I actually got rid of the hand, and I am only going to keep the flower with the paintbrush. So you can simplify as much as you want, because you're going to think about what part you're going to keep and what part you're going to take out. Now we're going to color in the part that is positive space. That's the part that we're going to be cutting out. And so I'm going to take a Sharpie and just color it in more so I have an idea of what part needs to stay and what part needs to go. So the black is going to be staying. Right. So once I have my design, I'm going to take a pair of scissors and cut it out. Now if you have any part that are inside this, you can just cut into it and take out your negatives, cut out your negative space. Thicker lines works best because if it's too skinny, it's just gonna come right off. So I think I'm just going to keep this little part. So this is what my symbol or emblem is going to look like. And then I'm going to put this on cardstock. Cardstock or thicker paper, so that way it's more durable, and all you're going to do is peel it like a sticker. Place it in the center of the cardstock. Make sure it's nice and straight. So you can add more to it if you want, but this is basically my emblem. And you'll note it is a reverse image of what we just created earlier, because when you ink it, it's going to flip back. So I have my little A, I have a little flower, and a little paintbrush. All right, next part is we're going to be inking it. So another thing I decided to add is a kind of a design around it, just so it's not so plain. So I just did some vines and some pencils that I will be sticking on around my emblem. And this was just scraps of felt that I had laying around. All right. I might need a bigger cardstock, but that's it. So another thing I decided to add is a kind of a design around it, just so it's not so plain. So I just did some vines and some pencils that I will be sticking on around my emblem. And this was just scraps of felt that I had laying around. All right. just like that. I might need a bigger cardstock, but that's it.